Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, it is time for the finale. Welcome back to Let's Play Machinarium, episode number 11, aka The Last One. They banished him from the city, but humble robot Joseph found his way back inside, taking out the Black Cap Brotherhood in the process. Heck, we even managed to defuse their vile apparatus, prevented it from ever unleashing its glorious light upon the world. However, the happy ending we also desire hasn't been achieved yet. There are still about 2 more matters within our path we need to take care of before the credits can roll. After that though, Joseph's journey will at long last be over. Without further ado, let us get to it, shall we? Back within the very top of the central spire, in front of the very administrator, aka the granddaddy of Joseph. And he is not feeling well, not at all, thanks to the very influence of the sheriff, influence as in how he dared to screw around with his circuits. But no worries, Joseph to the rescue, having solved the final and hardest logic puzzle of the very game. We now possess the very cable necessary to cure the brain of Mr. I'm so sick I can't stop coughing over there. But how exactly does it work? We have a cable, so what? Are we simply going to do the very same thing the sheriff did? But that's wrong, that's evil, we'll only hurt him further. Well, you see, Joseph has a different mindset. Yes, certainly, he intends to do something entirely different with this cable. It shall allow us to connect our very mind to that of the administrator. We will become one. Well, not exactly, there's a little bit more to it, or perhaps I am making it sound way more epic than it is going to be in the very end. Nevertheless though, it is necessary. Without this step, we will not be able to help him out. Alrighty then, good sir. Incapacitated as you are, I highly doubt you will be able to say, no, don't do this. I highly doubt you will be able to fend me off. But then again, this is for the good of everyone. This is for your very sake, good sir. You shouldn't try to resist. Oh my. I'm just gonna, unleash my little cable here and gonna plug it right into your very body. And it's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be amazing. Yes, I totally said it like that on purpose, and I do feel ashamed of myself, considering that we have an old man here and a little boy. Ah! Stop! Cut this out! Cut! Do not print! What? You've printed it already? Oh, Jesus fricking... let's just get the show on the road, something I always like to say. Welcome to the Matrix, humble Joseph. Anything you see in here is not real, but your very actions will influence the outside world. Therefore, do not dare to screw around. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final minigame of Machinarium. That is right, we are that little white guy, that humble dude of cuteness. I really don't know what he is supposed to represent. Looks like a UFO with eye dots on legs. Certainly creative. And we are within the very mind of the administrator. In here, we'll need to take care of a few things. Mainly, we will need to purge the very viruses that the sheriff injected into the administrator's brain. As long as they are in here, he will not be able to feel better. But do not worry, Joseph has a plan. By the way, this minigame is really awkward to control, because you cannot control the humble little guy himself via the, for example, arrow keys. No, you need to actually move the mouse around, and the little guy will move wherever you point the very crosshair to. That is how you call it, correct? Crosshair, the little cross thingamajiggy. First person for the win. Nah, not first person. What the heck am I saying? Moving on. Up at the very top of the screen, you can see two thingamajiggies. The blue heart next to the lines, that is our health. If we get hurt too much, we will get catapulted back out of the very mind of the administrator and we'll need to start all over again. But how can we get hurt anyway? Well, that is what the number is for, the 33 next to the evil-looking red symbol. There are 33 viruses in total. 33 bugs, 33 glitches, 33 whatever pixels of evil Josef needs to take care of. And only if every single one of them gets purged, we will be able to leave this mind again, the very mind of the one in charge of the city. I am postponing so much time, I know, ladies and gentlemen, let us get to it. And this is a dead end, such a delightful start. This maze is pretty much a huge random garden of madness. There isn't an exact path you can take, one that always works out best. You can certainly try to memorize the very layout of this maze, but ultimately it won't help out all that much. There are tons of dead ends, and you're expected to walk into them dead ends to find every single virus, such as the one you can see. We are ringing around the rosy a little, and he has a gun. He is trying to shoot me. I do not have a gun, not yet, but there is one in the very middle of this chamber. First of all, though, we will need to find the very key to unlock it. And I do believe it is somewhere down here. Aha! Another dead end, how beautiful. Get used to it, ladies and gentlemen. Obtaining that key won't be a simplistic matter. Should you ever run out of health, no worries, there are health pickups in the shape of blue blinking crosses. Oh dear, and we will, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. We'll need to bypass those two. There are also two types of viruses, small guys and big guys. The big guys can take more hits, and if you leave a room, they will not reset to their original positions, which means I'll now need to dodge around these two fellas. Yeah! Aha, fooled you, didn't I? Towards the key I go. Oh, you're a little bit too slow on the trigger finger, buddy. Like that, you will never be able to take down the city. Especially not now, since I have obtained the key. Beautiful. Look at me, the Keyblade wielder of Machinarium. The power of friendship compels you, evil beings. No, actually, this Keyblade is quite useless. I prefer a gun over it any day, and these guys are now turning into a little bit of a... you. Oh my gosh. He blocked me. I seriously couldn't walk past it. I got hit. I seriously couldn't walk past him there for a second. How troublesome. Life-giving health. Nectar of the gods. Who is the new sheriff in town now? Oh my gosh, don't shoot me, I have rights. You don't, you're just a virus. Now, this is probably a good moment in time to mention the very annoying fact about this minigame. You can never actually stand still and aim calmly, because Josef will always walk towards the very cross. So, if I wanted to aim at this buffoon, who is incoming like this, I will always charge in like a maniac. You can try to very carefully position the cross right next to Josef in order to fire without moving, but the enemy still needs to be right next to or on top of you, and etc. There we go, only 29 more to go. And from here on out, this will pretty much turn into a random walk in the park. We will simply need to examine every single corner of this maze until we have found them viruses. There we go. One more for the count. Or one more down the count. I don't exactly know how you say it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody draw me a map of this darn place. No, actually, I don't need one. This, however, is a big fella. Ouch! And he shot me. However, I can take the pain. I am the most expensive firewall there is. I am a firewall that doesn't just contain fire, no, I actually shoot back. Fire is not just what I despise, no, fire is what I dish out. Yup. And yup. Oh, come on. Ow! Peekaboo! Ah! You foiled my plans, and I was so close. Awkward! Ah! Consumed him, didn't I? 22 more to go. Yup. Your salvation is at hand, Administrator. Them vile robots thought they had us. Thought they could take down the city of Machinarium and its inhabitants. Ah! Thought they could terrorize every single being in sight. But not anymore. Their terror is at an end. This is the age of peace. Peace as in shooting everything in sight. But those things are just viruses, keep it in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Ah! Ah! Now, I remember this particular layout, oh my gosh, the collection of tiny round chambers. In here, it is really easy to get hit yourself. In order to prevent it, you should always be prepared to fire one bullet as soon as you enter the screen, so that they won't even get the chance to defend themselves. Aha! And there we go, that wasn't so bad. 14 more on the wall, on the very counter. Ah! I shot you in the back and I don't feel ashamed of it. For you also dared to assault the administrator without warning, like a jerk. Oh, the Black Hat Brotherhood. You really gotta wonder, what exactly were their intentions? Did they really just try to overthrow the city? I mean, that's as generic as it can get, really. Oh, look at us, we are evil. Look at us, we bully people. As a result, we must destroy absolutely everything with a makeshift bomb. Well, they certainly got close to it all. But ultimately, it wasn't enough. Now, 11 more. Let us check out the lower right of the maze. And yes, by the way, just in case you want to hear, yep, my humble opinion, I am digging this music. Damn, it's so catchy and awesome. It, in my humble opinion, represents how Josef has come so very far that there's no more stopping him. That this is it, the final stretch. He will destroy absolutely everything associated with the Brotherhood, no matter the costs. Yep. I wish I could do this kind of thing, you know. If my computer has a virus all of a sudden, I just want to go inside of it and purge the misery all by myself. Of course, there's always the risk of dying. Yep. Just like in so many fictional stories. Just like in the Matrix. I really don't want anybody to unplug me while I am inside my precious, precious hardware. This is another corner, void of life. Well, only one more to go. Lower menu, we'll miss you. Yes, we'll miss you greatly. Don't you worry, I shall allow you to have a few more words before it all comes to a close. Now, this only leaves the lower left corner, I think. Or, well, actually... This is always where things get a little bit iffy, because you of course can't remember where you've been already. One time I literally spent about 10 minutes trying to find the last virus. And it was a delight. Oh yes, it was. Walked in a circle. I totally meant to do that. And over here I think we only... there's a virus over there. I thought over here we only had the very key chamber, but nope. I was wrong. 3 more to go, and if I am lucky, they should all be within the exact same chamber. 3 more. Just like the Black Cat Brotherhood consists of 3, the Sheriff, the Gunslinger, and the Bandito. Where are you, gentlemen? I have brought a present. Oh my gosh, this could actually take a while. depending on whether the goddess of luck Fortuna blessed me today or not. Oh gosh, no. There we go. Aha, I knew it. See? All within the exact same chamber. And one fellow in the middle who represents the sheriff. Aha, you are going down, good sir. Yeah, your minions will not be able to save you. Yeah, come on. Now there's only you versus me, sheriff. Ah! There goes your head. And last but not least, mind of the very administrator, be free! Droop of evil. Ah! Bumped into him, but I totally meant to do that. It confused him, threw him off balance. Yeah! And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Also, thank you, Sir Administrator Granddaddy. Thank you. The world is once again a safer place. We freed his mind of evil, and now he is once again sitting inside his throne-like chair, reading Yeah, that is exactly the title. You can't see it. Once again reading a book as if nothing bad ever occurred. Joseph, though, is all like, well, I helped you, but my girlfriend. I know where she is, but how can I free her? But the guy simply bumped him on the shoulder. Come on now, you youngster. Get a grip here. Have this fuse. It shall help you out greatly now. Leave me alone. I've got this book to read. What is it called again? Oh, 50 Shades of Grey. I hear that's supposed to be really interesting. Why don't you leave my chamber now? I've got business to take care of. Why is my commentary getting so immature? I'm gonna slap myself again for that in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one more matter we shall take care of. The administrator gave us a fuse. One of the final items of the game, and we can use it within, what else, the elevator, where one fuse was still missing. Later, sir. It was an honor. Also, I've become a robot. Want the proof? Isn't it so very amazing? Joseph already saved the city, now he saved the one in charge of the city, but still, his journey is not yet over. There always seems to be something else that wants to steal his time, his privacy. I want to go on vacation, goddammit, but no, somebody is always in need of assistance. I clicked the button, Joseph. Why are you staring at me like that? Don't tell me that this one and only fuse box, as far as the eye can see, also controls the elevator. Ugh. It doesn't. For a second I really thought, well, what if somebody ever accidentally turns off the fuse box up here? Nobody will be able to enter from below? Well, yeah, I'm back from grocery shopping, but nobody is answering the damn door. Oh well, none of my concern. Here we go again. The true final logic puzzle of the game, and it isn't a very difficult one, thankfully. Beautiful. What pattern do we need to form if we want to gain access to, well, quite frankly, I am not sure what we are trying to gain access to. Let's see. We know that the upmost symbol, the very star, leads to the central spire, the top of it all, where we are currently. The number one symbol, the kite, I think it leads back to the very floor in front of the greenhouse, or you know, just the level of the greenhouse in general. One beneath that even, the O. I think that one is something we don't need to associate ourselves with. It simply leads to the very good question. This middle one here, I think, simply leads to where we first gazed upon the central spire, you know, the door that was closed, and Joseph refused to climb up the pipe, because back then he didn't yet know the shortcut existed. But yeah, we could use that to get back there close to the plaza, but why would we want to be there? Nope, only the lowest symbol is of importance to us anymore, the sun, something I called a very pointy star in the past. How are we going to form it? Well, take a random guess. The very thoughts of the administrator even showed it to us. Yippity-doo, yippity-doo, yippity-dippity-dippity-doo. And that is not how you do it. Oh. Did I say the final logic puzzle of the game, which is thankfully not all that difficult? I take everything back. Let's see. We only need these lines. The lines connecting some of the lights, not all of them. Like, we need these two. We also need these two. We need these two. And I think, aha, that wasn't so difficult after all. I was just jesting around. And down we go, into the bowels of hell, where fire burns eternally. I am curious though, where the frick are we now anyway? Huh. Well, ain't this yet another out-of-nowhere revelation? We remember all of these chambers, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? The bar, the kitchen that has Josephine trapped inside of itself, as well as the very poker room. Oh, and look at them all, still trying to hold their breath for dear life. Either that or they have already rusted away and are simply floating about. Until somebody takes care of their corpses, well, none of my concern. Nothing is any of my concern anymore, except wanting to rescue Joseph's girlfriend, that is. But how are we going to rescue her, is the question. Well, one more puzzle remains that requires lots and lots of collecting random items. Let's see. And yeah, by the way, all three of these upper chambers are connected. Joseph's girlfriend was next to the very room of the Black Cap Brotherhood all this time. Who'd have thought? Okay, so down here within this small cellar we have, containers, or well, some sort of apparatuses. Lots of pipes. A flashback that I don't care about. Joseph. Something beneath the chamber of the Brotherhood. Locked up with a huge key. Yeah, a lock that is locked up with a key. That makes sense, but this is not a key, this is a lock. Get it straight here, see? A huge lock, but what is it for? It is holding something together and in place. There's a hatch beneath the Brotherhood. And a huge hole, like an open pipe. I am having ideas here, very delightful ideas. How do we open up this lock? Well, a key is certainly required. Where do we find said key? Wouldn't it be a shame if all of their plans would go down the drain for real? Is this a sledgehammer? Oh my god, it is. A freaking sledgehammer. Well, some sort of hammering tool, Joseph. Haha, you know what to do. Sadly, that won't work out. The lock is a little bit tougher than that. Put the hammer down for now, Joseph. Violence is not yet the answer. Who am I? Now, this, however, looks like a point of interest. A small glass with a key behind. Joseph, I take everything back. Violence is the answer after all. Sorry. Somebody else can pay for it. There. the final key of the game, and we shall use it within the elevator. Yes, Joseph, go into the elevator. I clicked the elevator, didn't I? Why do you always refuse my orders? Oh well. Key be used on this very hall. Yeah, remember this hatch here? Did you forget about it already? I didn't. But apparently Joseph forgot how to interact with things. Nah, just kidding. He simply needs to stand right next to it. Oh, how nitpicky of you, Joseph. You know, I keep asking myself, why are all of the items within the city just scattered about randomly? But then I take a look at Joseph, how he simply discards of an important key. He simply threw it away. Now it is laying behind the flower pot. And will anybody ever find it again? No, the vacuum will probably suck it up just like one of the fuses. And oh dear, this town is falling apart. But who is the real demon here? Who is truly at fault? The Brotherhood or all of the other people living inside? Gosh dang it. Well anyway, here we have a can of ice spray. And you can probably already put B and 2 and triple question mark together. You have already figured out what we need to do. Correct, ladies and gentlemen. Ice spray, I have no blooming idea what the heck you were doing inside the elevator. Such a random out of nowhere item. But I don't care. Let us use it on the lock, shall we? And that's another item discarded off. Well, at least this one was empty and therefore just trash. Down the drain you go. But there is something else. More specifically, there are certain things I'd like to see go down the drain as well. Good sirs, we certainly had a delightful relationship, didn't we? You bullied Joseph and his girlfriend when they were still younger. You also dared to kidnap his girlfriend. You sorta threw him out of the city. You screwed around with the administrator, planned to blow everything up. And you enjoyed every last second of it, didn't you? Well, might as well gonna flush you down. Please don't take it personally, but you're fired, all three of you. Mr. Sheriff, I shall take this job of yours. The other two, well, they are simply partners in crime, no doubt. They can join you in the fiery pits of the underworld. And nobody ever dared to think of them again. Why? Because nobody gave a damn. They simply vanished from existence until forever. Well, did you think it was over, ladies and gentlemen? And Joseph, your girlfriend is right next to you, yet it is still necessary to have flashbacks? You finally saved her. There she is, right in front of you. You can touch her, you can look at her. But no, flashbacks are the only girlfriends I need. Oh, Joseph, will you never learn? But as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, did you think it was over? Well, no, not quite yet. There is actually one more matter we need to take care of. Yeah, this is the game that keeps on giving. It is never over. And this radio plays an important role within it all. What do we have here? I can hear some kind of music in the background, but it is very quiet, overshadowed by the static. Could we try to gain a better frequency? Nope. How do I turn this back up? Come on, back up with you. Like this? No, that only controls the second one. How do I... I don't know. There we go. Back at the top. That's certainly strange. There. Music. But I want to hear it loud and clear. Okay. That's not it. Oh, wait a second. There's more music. How exactly does this radio matter at all? Certainly plenty of tunes playing. You might be thinking, what the frick are you doing, Mr. TSC, listening in on the radio? What importance does it have on the outcome of Joseph's journey? Oh, you'll see. It is random as all hell, though, believe me. I am willing to admit that much. Awesome music on every single channel. But we are searching for something in particular. And quite frankly, I do believe there's a much more simplistic way of doing this. Let us head outside the door, shall we? Haven't done that yet. Ah, here we go. The true roof of the world. How I wish this was a first-person point-and-click adventure right now, just like Scratches. And why? Because I would spend a few hours just staring into the distance, maybe even down into the abyss, pondering life, yes, certainly pondering so many things, because I am the type of guy who likes to do that. However, within this game it is not meant to be. Instead, there is a police vehicle on top of the very roof with which the huge officer arrived. We are going to... I'm not gonna spoil it just yet, even though it is obvious. What do we have here? Some kind of mechanism. Aha. 7.0:108. I have already forgotten the number. Nah, just kidding. I still remember that number. That is a radio frequency. And yes, this is the more simplistic way of doing it. Just look at the frequency. Now enter it. 108 down here. There we go. And the first one was... I think this one? Ah, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, would you listen to that tune? Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, I don't exactly have enough time to repeat it, but I'll need to memorize this. Gonna listen to it one more time. Okay, let's see if that was enough. And please, don't ask me how this works. You have seen many convoluted mechanisms already within the city. You should have grown used to it by now. Stuff that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now then, we can enter that very tune down here. Okay, let's see. And yeah, I have already forgotten how it all went. Oh, gosh dang it. Oh, my memory, it is getting rusty. Too much of this stuff has happened already, I can't remember. I think that was definitely the beginning, though. Blah. Alrighty then, gonna listen to it one more time to satisfy the very creators. Not gonna cheat now, just because my brain is not capable of remembering something this simple. One more time. Alright, let's see. Really? That was the only mistake? It is not do-do-boop, it is do-boop. The boop! Immediately after the first one. Oh gosh dang it. Little things in life that frustrate you. Here we go. And that somehow extends the very ladder. The ladder leading up to the roof. Why? I don't know why they decided to design it like this. The robots simply thought, we need a ladder to the roof where we can land with our helicopter devices. How about making it activate by music and frequencies? Yeah, that's totally efficient and everything. Josephine, crank that cross. There. And now it stays activated. You need 2 people to activate this ladder. Heck, if you land here, who's there to activate the ladder anyway? I mean, sure, Josef and Josephine probably stayed here for the longest time of their lives, but... whatever. Come to think of it, though, could Josef actually be the very son or grandchild of the administrator? It makes you think, doesn't it? Oh, anyway, let us steal the police ride, shall we? What? You don't want to, Josef? Okay, let me try to convince you. Nah, there's nothing I can do to convince you. I just simply clicked the wrong part the screen! Ah! My brain is melting right now. Yeah, just go up there, darling. I myself don't exactly understand this ending either, but we are going to steal the police chopper for whatever reason. Off we go! Into an unknown future they went. And that's it, one and all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play Machinarium, the end. Josef's journey is finally at long last over? Well... And thus they died and were brought to the scrapyard. Well, that's dark. They crashed. And their bodies did look rather lifeless there. The end! They all died. Quite frankly, nobody really understands this ending. Why did they crash? Was it supposed to be humorous after everything they went through? Everything? They crashed? What happened to them? Where were they brought to by these little flying robots? What? Why? Where? Because I don't even... But as I was saying, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, the Let's Play is over. And good lord, how long has it been ever since I was able to say that very sentence? The Let's Play is over. I once again finished a Let's Play of mine. 11 episodes of Let's Play Machinarium. Did I have fun? Did I enjoy making them for you, ladies and gentlemen? Why, of course I did. I love Machinarium, I love Amanita Design, and most importantly, I love you, my humble TSC family. Thank you also very, very much for watching. It was an honor to deliver the entertainment. Now, the one and only thing you might still be curious about is the following. Was there ever a sequel to Machinarium? Well, I am currently speaking out these very words within the early year 2013. Machinarium was released in 2009, I believe, copyrighted 2009, hint hint, but ever since then, no plans for a sequel were made. They did mention at one point that a sequel is possible, but they also don't look very far into the future. It might happen one day, it might never happen. But oh well, Machinarium is a truly unique experience. The world full of machines and robots, the very art style and design, it is so beautiful, so outstanding. I love it. Each and every single one of their machines, they all have their unique personalities. How much more could I possibly praise this game? Everything is perfect. Except that one bloody tic-tac-toe 5 whatever wins game. That was a bunch of nonsense. But oh well, every perfect gem is flawed somewhere, can't be helped. One final time, ladies and gentlemen, the journey of Josef is over. He saved the city, defused the bomb, disposed of the bad guys. Such a delightful happy ending, except the very questionable departure. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you will come back for more. I hope that you will always stay a part of the TSC family, that you will always have a liking towards slow pace and everything. My name has been TheShadowCookie, aka Mr. TSC, and I shall see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.